Hi everyone, it's Al again, Derrickton33. Today's video, we're going to show you how to spruce up an old coffee table. We've got one that's brown, it's a bit worn and tardy looking, and it's a bit dark and out of date. So without further delay, we're going to show you how to use the proper paint on it and get it back to something that's a bit more modern for today's standard. Jan's going to take you through the whole thing. Here we go.
Right, here's my coffee table that I want to paint. It's got a bit chipped and marked over the years, and you can see the little marks on it here. I want to paint it a nice chalky white colour to go in my front room, so I've got lots of whites and creams in there. Now it's got a glass top, so I'm going to remove the glass top. I'm going to dismantle, take the legs off in order to be able to do it all properly so that each part is painted and then reassemble it. So this is how it looks now. I'm going to up-bam it and hopefully have a really nice modern looking white coffee table at the end of it. Okay then, for this project I'm going to use this chalky finish furniture paint. I tend to in the past have used emulsion, but it's tended to flake off and chip off. So I'm going to give this furniture paint a go. And if we have a look on the back here, we'll see that we don't need to prime or sand. We don't need to do any preparation at all, other than get any wax off with any white spirit if there's any actually on your table. So I'm rather looking forward to trying this out, and really important for me is there's no odours, so that's really good. So I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Right, give it a good stir. I've been stirring this for a good 5 minutes, it was really runny. And when you've finished your project, you can spray it with the same make, the same brand, furniture finishing wax, and I'm guessing that will seal it in and then prevent any chips. So I'm ready to go. Well, I'm partway through the project. I changed my mind, decided not to dismantle the legs. It was just far too much hassle, to be honest. So I've gone ahead and I'm painting it in situ and using a really small paintbrush to get in the little tricky bits between the joins, where the joins are. It's going on really well. This is one coat. I'm not sure I'd get away with one coat when it's finished, but it is early days. It only has just gone on, but it isn't using much paint. It's really nice to pop on, this paint. I am liking it. Right, so you can see I'm having to brush stroke different ways. So on this one here I'm brush stroking this way, and here I'm coming down here like this. Whereas here I'm having to go across. Any little nooks and crannies I can't quite reach, I'm using an artist brush like this to just pop in and get into the little bits of corners. You've really got to go with the grain of the wood. So this piece of wood, the grain is going down to get the best effect. Now we're one coat in, we're on our way, it's coming along nicely. I do a whole section at a time, and like here, when I'm partly around the wood, around here, I'm just going to hurry up and get on with it, otherwise you end up with these joins. So the best thing is to actually really get on and try and do a whole piece at the same time. And when this has happened here, like here, very quickly, before it dries too much, get this coated, otherwise you're going to have all these marks showing through. This is drying really quickly, so I need to get a bit of a speed on. I'm going to try and get all of these little bits out of the way, all these little nooks and crannies here out of the way, because I need to hurry up and get that painted in, because otherwise it isn't going to blend. So it does dry really quickly, so don't dither about. Also, if you can while you're painting, try and go from one end to the other. Don't do it halfway through like that, because you can get all these brush strokes. Try and get into the end and then come all the way down, so that you try and keep it with the grain in just one go. You can't overbrush. You mustn't overbrush with this paint, because it's going off very quickly. But it's only touch dry for the first hour. It takes 4 hours to dry right through thoroughly, as with most paints. Here we go. One coat, and I'm going to leave it to dry, and it's going to certainly need another coat. While I'm waiting, I've got my table here that's seen better days as well. I have actually in the past emulsioned this one, but it's really got chipped and tattered and battered about. So I'm actually going to give this a quick coat of paint while I'm waiting for the other one to dry. So there we have it. The kitchen table's all spruced up and looking nice again. I'm well pleased with that. So just really revamping something that we already had. So I'm ever so pleased with the kitchen table. And this is my last project. It was a walnut cabinet. The colour was walnut. Here's the feet. I've left the feet for you to see how they looked before. Bit fiddly because you have to do all this cutting in and do all these little pieces around here. What I've done the inside as well. As you can see, it's all a bit fiddly to finish. And then I finished it off by adding some mirror tiles there because it gives it a nice reflective glow back into the room. And you know, you can always fit a little light up inside as we've done here. And then your cabinet will be lit up when you're in the room. So there we are then. So that's one more idea of this very old-fashioned cabinet that'd seen better days, and it really wasn't worth keeping in the state it was in. But I'm rather pleased with that. There it is with one coat on, and here we are down here popping our second coat on. Okay, now what I've done here, I've had to give this top layer a third coat, but I've not done underneath with the third coat. Now I can leave it like this if I want to, that's fine, I'm really happy with that. But what I intend to do now is to put some satin finish varnish on, and that will help protect it. Okay then, so here we have it, our lovely, lovely table. I've got a satin finish varnish on here, and that's it really. How to revamp your dowdy brown furniture and bring it up, make it modern, and I don't know, it fits in our front room lovely now. So I'm very, very pleased with all of the projects I've done today, the cabinet, the coffee table, and sprucing up the kitchen table. Okay then, all our videos, you know where to go, Derriton33.co.uk for all this kind of thing. Home help, our speciality. Thanks for watching, bye bye.